When the people of Judah began to sing in praise, what happened to the invading armies of Moab, Ammon, and the Meunites? They turned on one another and were destroyed. Abraham called that place, "The Lord will provide." What does this mean? The Lord will provide. When Jesus was crucified, who were crucified on the crosses to his right and left? Two rebels. How long did Rehoboam reign? 17 years. What did the soldiers place on Jesus' head to mock him? A crown of thorns. Which book records John's warnings about the end times? Revelation. Who became king of Israel after Omri? His son Ahab. As Jehoshaphat grew increasingly powerful, what did he build? Forts and store cities. Who, as synagogue leader in Corinth, believed in the Lord together with his entire household? Crispus. What did the servant who had been forgiven 10,000 talents do to his fellow servant who owed him 100 denarii? He seized him, began to choke him, and had him thrown into prison. According to Psalm chapter 20, with what of his right hand does God answer his anointed? With the saving power of his right hand. Love does not delight in evil but rejoices with what? The truth. Which judge killed 600 Philistines with an ox goad? Shamgar. In Esther, who plotted to annihilate the Jews? Haman. The believers in Thessalonica became an example to all who believe in which regions? Macedonia and Achaia. How old was Hezekiah when he became king? 25 years old. What was the name of his wife who came with Aquila? Priscilla. The Spirit helps us in our weakness and intercedes for us with what? Groans that words cannot express. Which of Reuel's daughters did Moses marry? Zipporah. According to 1 Corinthians chapter 9, how should we run in the race in order to get the prize? In such a way as to get the prize. Who was the disciple who was with Elijah when he was taken up to heaven? Elisha. It is written in Romans that none of us lives for whom and none of us dies for whom. Not for himself. For what purpose was the inner sanctuary prepared in the temple? To place the Ark of the Covenant of the Lord. According to Ephesians chapter 1, our redemption is given according to the riches of what? The riches of his grace. What way of salvation did Paul and Silas present to the jailer in Philippi? Believe in the Lord Jesus. After Jesus had died on the cross, when a Roman soldier pierced his side, what flowed out? Blood and water. As Josiah had the temple of the Lord repaired and the money taken out, what was discovered? The book of the law of the Lord. According to 2 Corinthians chapter 1, what is God's purpose in comforting us in all our troubles? So that we can comfort others as well. Paul tried many times to go to the believers in Thessalonica. According to him, who blocked his way? Satan. Who rolled away the stone from the entrance of the tomb? An angel. When those sitting in the Sanhedrin looked intently at Stephen, what was his face like? The face of an angel. Who is the prophet known as the weeping prophet? Jeremiah. Right before crossing the Red Sea, what did God command Moses to do? Raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea. How long did Hoshea reign over Israel in Samaria? For 9 years. What was the name of Samuel's father? Elkanah. When David fled from Saul, what was the name of the bread the priest gave him? The consecrated bread. In Galatians, what theme does Paul emphasize for the Gentiles? Faith. According to Galatians chapter 1, Paul says he is not an apostle from men. Through whom did he become an apostle? Jesus Christ and God the Father. In John chapter 14 verse 6, what did Jesus call himself? The way and the truth and the life. Before whom did Paul say he speaks and ministers, as if he were always in that presence? Before God. Thanks for watching till the very end. We'd love to read your reflections and Bible insights in the comments. Your support through likes and subs helps us produce more Bible quizzes.